Strength training is a great way to improve your performance on the bike. Today we're going to look at some basic movements that are going to help with strength and speed on the bike. Joe, why have we chosen these exercises?
So these are really good exercises that really kind of target the key movement patterns we're trying to hit, and they'll strengthen kind of the muscles around the hip and the knee, as also as kind of working the upper body and the kind of postural strength.
Yep.
So things like the squat and the stiff leg deadlift, they'll be really good and they hit the right areas, which will also help you move on to more advanced exercises later on.
What we're going to start with is the goblet squat. So this is a really good exercise to strengthen up the lower body, which is brilliant for bike strength, but also it'll help strengthen up your postural muscles, so kind of your abs, your back, while you're actually doing the exercise. So key thing, keep the kettlebell nice and close, okay? And then as you're squatting down, imagine that you're trying to sit down onto a sort of chair behind you. But make sure that you don't allow the kettlebell to pull you forward. You stay nice and tall, nice and strong. And then, as you can see, what you're looking to do is as you go down the bottom, really drive your knees out as you sit down onto that chair.
And how many times should we be doing it a week?
A minimum of twice a week to get some good benefits out of it, but it's also dependent on kind of what time you've got and other training you're trying to fit in. But potentially you could get in 3 times a week, which would give you a little bit more frequency of hitting those exercises, which means you'll learn them a bit quicker.
Okay, so the second exercise we're going to do is a lateral squat. So similar to the goblet squat, just this time you're going to have one leg out straight. So get your feet nice and wide. And what you're going to do, alternate between left and right. On this one, you want to just, as you're going left to right, you want to be very aware of whether you're feeling a little bit of a difference. So there might be a little bit of a difference which helps identify any imbalances. The key thing is as you squat down onto that side, is that still imagining that you're trying to sit down onto a chair, similar to the goblet squat. And the aim is to slowly control and see how close you can get the kettlebell to the floor.
Joe, with each movement, how many repetitions should we be performing?
To start off with, you probably want to start with some lower reps, maybe 6 or 8 reps, just as you're getting used to the actual exercise. But then what you're looking to do then is slowly progress that, and with some of these exercises with the kettlebells, you could probably go up to 15 or 20 reps. But then as you get up to the 15-20 reps, you might want to then up the weight a little bit, start bringing the reps back down and just kind of build that in a constant cycle.
Next exercise is stiff leg deadlift. For this, what we're going to do, you're going to have less bend of the knee and you're going to work more through your hip. Key thing, like all the other exercises, making sure you're keeping your back nice and strong, nice and straight. So on this, again, keeping the back nice and straight and really trying to push the weight onto your heels while pushing your bum backwards. And you should feel a bit of a stretch down the hamstring as you do it. But there's very little bend of the knee and it's more about the hip. Okay, so as you're doing it, the key thing is to focus just out in front of you, so you're not trying to look up or look at anything too far ahead. You're just looking straight down just to make sure that the neck stays in line with the back. And feet should be about shoulder width apart, hip width apart, just to allow the kettlebell or anything to just move in between. So we're going to move into a front plank. This is really good to sort of strengthen your postural muscles, which feeds into the squat and the stiff leg deadlift in terms of just making sure you're holding a really nice strong position through your abs. So key things is making sure that your elbow is directly underneath your shoulder. Okay, your hands should be, or your elbows should be about shoulder width apart. Really make sure you maintain a nice straight back. Squeeze your glutes, brace your abs, have your feet together, and then just hold. Okay, similar to the other exercises, making sure that the neck, that you're looking straight down so the neck stays in line with the back. Aiming to try and, to begin with, hold for whatever you can without losing good form. So if you start losing form, just stop wherever you are, but looking to build between 1 minute to 2 minutes.
For tips on how to recover properly, click up here. For tips on how to maintain your bike, click here, or click on me to find out what's next for British Cycling.